Now, I've seen some towns where
Well, should we give
We'll give
Mr.
James another
Drago a
minute.
couple of minutes?
He's coming.
I thought he was.
Yep, supposed to be.
There we
Hey,
go.
we're ready for you. Okay, thanks.
All right. Welcome. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, we have a bunch of minutes to go through and accept. Has everybody had a chance to go through them? Okay. Do I have a motion on the July 14th meeting minutes?
I make a motion to approve the July 14th zoning board of adjustment meeting.
Second.
We have a second, a motion, a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Same motion for August 11th. Do we have a motion and a second?
I'll make the motion.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, it's on the table. Anybody got any comments or changes that need to be made to it? Okay, with that, we'll take a vote. All those in favor of accepting the August 11th meeting minutes, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? September 8th, same thing. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Okay. Need a
I
second?
wasn't there.
Were you there?
I wasn't.
No.
I'll second the motion.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. Has everybody had a chance to go through and read them? Any changes need to be made, or?
Yep, we're there. Okay. Yeah. Aye.
Okay. All those in favor of accepting the September 8th minutes?
Aye.
Aye. It's unanimous on all four. All right. We can get on to regular business. First item on the agenda is a public hearing for an application for a variance from from Newmarket Town Code, Section 32-89, to permit the encroachment of the side yard setback for construction of an accessory dwelling unit on real property located at 1 Kimball Way, tax map R5, lot 136, in the R2 zoning district. Has everybody had a chance to look at the information provided? Any questions? Who's going to, anybody speaking to that? floor. Tell us what's
So,
going on.
I'm trying to approve a variance for an ADU over my garage. We've been trying to build an ADU for my daughter's moving into the main house, and I'm going to be moving into the ADU. And we're just trying to get a variance of a little bit more space for myself as I get older. Yeah, I mean, for a hardship for you know, as my kids and my grandchildren grow up.
And you've given us all the paperwork, all the mailings have been done and everything?
Yes, they have.
We're all set with that?
Yep, everything's been notified.
Does anybody have any, has everybody had a chance to look at it or is aware of this? I'd like to open this up to the general public, the viewing public. If they've got any comments, now's the time. We'll open it up for a few minutes and see if anybody comes out of the woodwork.
My builder Charlie's here too, if you
All
want
right.
to speak on my behalf.
All right,
My
state
name
your
is
name.
Charles Dillon. I'm a general contractor. I live in Exeter, New Hampshire.
We won't hold that against you long.
That's okay. I was talking to zoning administrator earlier, just because I was just curious about the setbacks. The existing house looks like it's about 25 feet back from the side. We'll use up about 16 feet of that for the new addition for the foundation.
Now, if I read this correctly, you really don't have much room on the other side to do it?
There's a lot of ledge on the other side, the meter's on that side. It would create issues and make it much more expensive.
All right. Does anybody from the public have anything to say to this, sir? Go ahead.
I don't have any comment. I just have a question. I just want to make sure it's on the 20 Durrell side that the construction is, right? Not on the 5 Kimball. Okay.
I take it you're on the 5 Kimball side.
I am. And I haven't had a chance. I just got the letter today and I haven't had a chance to talk with you. So I just wanted to ask. Thanks.
All right. Has everybody had a chance to read the material and go through it? I'll open it up to the board for discussion at this point.
So to confirm, right now, it's about 25 feet from the neighbor, and it's going to go down to 9?
Correct.
Okay. And it looks like there's a little vegetation buffer.
There is, and
Yeah.
that will not be disturbed at all.
And you submitted written application of the criteria for variance. Could you quickly just, for the record, just go through those so we've got them on tape?
You want to read the whole thing verbatim, or just the answers?
Just the answers.
Okay. Criteria 1: granting the variance would not be contrary to public interest. It's not contrary to the public interest because there's already an existing garage that abuts to the setback. With the buffering zone that's already there for the vegetation is not going to affect the neighbor. It's not going to affect the neighbor. Criterion 2: if the variance were granted, the spirit of the ordinance would be observed because we wouldn't be touching landscaping between the building and the remaining setback. Criterion 3: granting the variance would be a substantial justice because the current restrictions imposed by the setback would allow for the owner to be able to use her property at a substantial savings if we had to build on the other side. Section 3, the variance is a variance is requested from Section 3289 on the Newmarket zoning ordinance to permit the setback to allow for the construction of the ADU. Criterion 4, if the variance were granted, the value of the surrounding properties would not be diminished. I would add, I think they might even be enhanced. The surrounding properties would not have the value diminished because the style and structure is going to match existing style and structure in the neighborhood. There's a number of homes that have had this done in that neighborhood, and it would fit. Criterion 5, unnecessary hardship. Owing to the special conditions of the property that distinguish it from the other properties, denial of the variance would result in unnecessary hardship, because it would cause the homeowner to have to spend substantially more money to build on the other side. And this would allow her to have full use of her property so she could take care of her grandchild and be close to the family. And the proposed use is reasonable because it allows the use for the care of the grandchildren. An entry will be on the left side of the property, so it doesn't have the appearance of an apartment. And we're not going to be expanding the size of the driveway. It should be using the current driveway. There's also undercar parking for two other cars already, so the parking won't be an issue. That wasn't on here, but I thought I'd mention.
Thank you.
That's pretty much it.
Just for the record, the written response to all those is in the file, so thank you for getting them in there. With that, I'll close the public hearing section of that, and we can discuss it. Anybody got any concerns or questions for the applicant, or?
What size is
It's about 16 by 20 is the addition to the left, and honestly, I can't remember the width of the existing garage. I think it's like 20 feet, so it's probably like. I have the plan if you need that. I don't know if you have a copy of the plan or not.
Do you have the copy of the plan, or?
That's,
Evan, do you have a copy of the plan?
no,
I know we don't.
no, but I never had one. Yeah, no, I didn't submit.
You want a copy? You want a copy of the plan?
You got one?
I don't have one.
No, I don't have one either. I know I've looked at plans, but
You should have one for the file, though.
yeah, we really should.
I think I'd be more interested in seeing how it's sitting on the lot with,
Right.
rather than the interior.
Well, that's what we're,
Yep.
I got a cheat and pull up the numbers off my phone.
I still have a magnifying glass in my truck, my tools.
So then it's gonna end up being a 3-bay. I got you. Yeah.
The addition is going to be 38 feet by 20
Okay,
total.
so it's gonna be,
That'll use using the existing garage plus 16 feet or so, it's like 16 feet and 4 inches or something like that.
Okay. So you're gonna be using the garage as part of the structure, demolishing the garage, and
We're going to use the existing garage, the roof that's on it will be coming off,
okay?
and we'll be adding floor joists to it.
Can we just see those just for a second, give us an orientation? We don't have anything that orients it on the lot for us.
Actually, just got a picture of it, so.
Very good. That'll work.
Works better.
So the existing house is here.
Yeah, there's the
We're going to
garage.
take the garage off, expand 16 feet this side, so there'll be a single-car garage with an entry on the left side of the garage. And then the garage goes all the way, like this, all the way back.
Okay, so this is the garage portion?
This is from the back. This
Yeah.
is the garage portion here.
Okay, yeah.
Do you mind just leaving this up here for now so that the board can?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You
thank
can
you.
keep that. I can print another setup.
Yep.
How close are you to the neighbor?
Um,
When you build out?
The existing house, probably about 35 feet away, 40 feet away from between the houses, about 40 feet between the houses, looks
And they're
like.
gonna take up how much?
16 feet of it.
And you've talked to the neighbors and they're okay with it?
I have,
Well, they're not here, so they can't be, I mean, they've been notified, so.
That's right.
that don't necessarily stop anybody.
No. All right, well, we have a plan in front of us. We can see the orientation. We don't have any negative comments to the project. I'd be, refresh my memory, do I have to go down each point?
No, we've decided that you don't have to do that.
Okay. So I'll accept a motion. Come on, James.
I'm looking.
Here, stay here.
Yeah, got it. There we go. All right.
One more.
One more, got it. All right. I would like to move to grant a variance request from Janine Lebesque, petitioning the zoning board of adjustment for relief from section 32-89 dimensions table of the municipal code of the town of Newmarket, New Hampshire, to allow the encroachment of the side yard setback for the purpose of building an accessory dwelling unit on real property with an address of 1 Kimball Way, tax map R5 lot 136 within the R2 zoning district, as the petition satisfies the 5-part test of the variance statute pursuant to RSA 67433.
I second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. And just for the record, a complete response to the 5-part test is in the packet of information, so,
Which will be on file.
which is on file. Pretty painless.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Next step is to come see me to the building permit.
Yep.
Thank you.
You'll be getting that pretty quick.
There you go. Thank you. Big test on that tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Take care.
Luckily, I'm certifiable.
You shouldn't say that.
Okay. Where are my notes? Oh, there they are. All right. The second item is, okay, there will be a public hearing for an application for a special exception pursuant to Newmarket Town Code 32-5, parenthesis 2A, for the expansion of a non-conforming structure to permit the conversion of an existing garage into an accessory dwelling unit on real property located at 32 Dame Road, tax map U2, lot 300 in the R2 zoning district.
20 Dame Road.
20 Dame Road, did I say?
You said 30.
I was getting ahead of myself. It's 20 Dame Road. I used to know that one was Richard Keller's house.
Dig.
Yeah. All right. Is there anybody here to speak to that? And we'll open up the public input section now. Anybody get out in TV lands, get some comments, stop in, give us a call, get in touch with us, let us know what you're thinking.
Well, we can't do that yet until we do
Correct. Right. Just open it up. I mean, nobody's going to call.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. Go in peace. My name is Drew Pierce. I'm the owner of Seacoast Modular Homes in Stratham. I come to you tonight in somewhat of a strange position of actually representing an application rather than hearing one. I typically sit on your side of the table as the zoning board chair in Stratham. And I always try to be very reasonable with my applicants, and I'm hoping my last 6 years of service will earn me a little bit of civil karma tonight. The property I'm not here representing my property. I'm here representing the property owners Jessica and Chris Placey for the property located at 20 Dame Road.
Are they here tonight, or?
Chris Placey is here.
Okay, thanks.
We're requesting a special exception under Newmarket Town Code 32-5 parentheses 2A for the horizontal expansion of a non-conforming structure. The core purpose of the application is to allow an elderly family member to move closer to their caretakers here in Newmarket as they edge up into their senior years. We are proposing to remove the existing non-conforming two-car garage and build a new accessory dwelling unit in its place with slight modifications. I want to clarify one detail from our written narrative. While I don't know if we mentioned that this is being built so that the the son-in-law and the daughter can take care of a family that has some, that is aging and trying to move closer to their grandchildren here in town. Currently, they just sold a condo that they had here in town that had stairs that they just couldn't, long-term, that wasn't going to be something that was going to work for them anymore. So they just sold their condo downtown, and they'll be hopefully moving to this property if we can get this application approved. And that's why you'll see it with the plans that there's some handicap features like a ramp on the front of the house. There's a ADA compliant shower. There's 36-inch doors, levers on the doors instead of knobs. Just it's not ADA. It's not a ADA compliant house, but there's a lot of handicap features built into it. So just want to mention that. What we're going to be doing is when we build the home, the existing garage that's there, it's into the setbacks on the Dame Road side. As well as the roadside, Lamprey Street. We can make along Dame Road, because of the shape of the property, we can adjust that front corner we have so that it's just within the setbacks, not needing any kind of special exception or relief for that. But the corner that extends down Lamprey Street will still be in the setback. We're making it better than the existing by 18 inches. So we're twisting the twisting the new ADU, just spinning it a little bit so that now
You're less non-compliant.
it's less correct. It's less non-compliant.
All right, that shows.
So we're improving the property's conformity while we realize that it is not completely conforming. We're going to make use of the existing driveway that already exists for the garage. So we're not asking for a new driveway or anything like that. We're going to be tying into public water and sewer. And I thought what I would do is just go through the 6 criteria, if that's okay, unless you'd like to ask some questions first.
Please go through the criteria.
So criterion 1, the expanded structure is no closer to the lot line. As I've demonstrated with the plot plans, we're actually going to be not just making it same. We're making it better than it currently is by approximately 1.5 feet. The expansion is not in the 100-year floodplain. That's criterion number 2. Criterion number 3, no other expansion reasonably fulfills the intended purpose. And that's one of the reasons I mentioned the handicap nature of the building. So there are some grade changes on the property which make the position that we're indicating the best position on the property to get a ramp to the driveway that's already existing. Criteria number 4, sanitary sewage disposal and water supply are provided. The project will be serviced by the Town of Newmarket Department of Public Works. This adequate infrastructure already exists.
If you could go back to number 3 again, please.
Yes.
I missed it.
So number 3, speaking to the slopes of the property and the existing driveway that's already there, on the front of this building, there will be a ramp to get to the front door. And in order to exit that ramp on the existing driveway, I might have to add the existing driveway for those handicap features. We really can't move it anywhere else. If we were to move it further, closer towards the other house, we would actually be, the grade changes too much so that the ramp would get a lot longer. Does that answer what you were
Yes.
asking?
You should try my driveway.
Criteria number 5, the expansion shall not render the lot proportionally less adequate. This lot is 0.64 acres. The expansion is modest in scale. Over 75% of the lot will still remain undeveloped and permeable. And criteria number 6, the expansion does not adversely affect abutting properties, public health, safety, or general welfare. Sorry. And to that, I'm going to note that we are replacing an aged garage with a single-story residential space that mirrors the architectural style of the surrounding homes. It provides a reasonable, compassionate solution for a family to age in place safely without generating undue traffic or changing the essential character of the neighborhood. In summary, we're replacing an aging, non-conforming garage with a safe, accessible family living space while simultaneously pulling the structure further back from the roads. That's all I have to like to say. Thank you for your time and your volunteer service and your consideration. I'm happy to answer any questions the board may have.
Okay, do we have any questions or comments from the audience? Yes, please. State your name and address so they can get it in the record.
Hi, I'm Deborah O'Neill. I live across the street at 11 Dame Road. I've lived there for 6 years, just starting. But I've been in Newmarket for 38 years. I didn't get a formal notification about it. I heard through my neighbors, and then I just now heard for the first time of its uses, which in my mind I suspected.
So, only direct abutters get notification.
She's on the list.
She is?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm on the list.
I checked. She definitely got a certified letter.
I am
Yep.
very close.
I checked.
All right. Yep.
I actually have it here too.
So I don't know why that didn't happen, but anyway.
No. Definitely got mailed out then.
Apologies.
That's okay. Hearing now, I am also a nurse, so hearing the purpose, I understand that. I've done it myself. I'm very concerned with the location of adding what seems to be as an ADU, they call it, but as a second home on a small lot on a corner of Lamprey Street and Dame Road. It's a busy road. People enjoy it. They travel fast. There's been 3 accidents since. I have enjoyed the neighbors that I've gotten to know. I also enjoy the quietness of it when it's not a busy time of travel. I'm concerned with the size. I'm concerned with the driveway of backing in and out, which abuts right to my driveway. I'm concerned with activity and people and lights and what is now a road that is already kind of busy if you drove down it and see the houses are kind of close. And I moved there knowing that and enjoy knowing my neighbors. When you talk about, I listened to what he said about no other space on the property for the special needs that are required. of course, as a person who doesn't know the land and all that and what's needed to make the special requirements, it did seem at first that they had enough land to add an addition to the house or make it more of an addition to the home with an in-law versus a complete separate unit. It does seem like our zone, although we have some, we have, what's it called? You know, with the bowling alley, we have Cruzex at the beginning. We do merge into a single family land and homes, which is very nice. So having 2 units on one small property seems to go against what our zoning is right now. Yeah, this is all new to me. I tried my best to be informed. I did send my letter in. I believe it was received.
Yes.
Thank you for your reply. And I think that's all I have to say. That's all.
Thank you.
Well, Deborah, we hear you and we understand. Unfortunately, when it comes to ADUs and DDUs or whatever they are now, that came down from the state. We have to allow them, but I mean, we can put restrictions on them, but it's got to be reasonable. They're still got to go through the process.
Thank you. The learning curve.
Understood. Mike Gendro, 17 Dame Road. Very similar sentiment to Deb. I think I also question number 3. Again, not an excavator or whatever, but that land over there seems fairly flat to me in order to set within the boundaries. I think the other sort of big concern for us is this is 1,300 square feet, which goes outside of the, I believe, max 1,000 square foot is based on the research that I've done. And then when I look at the plans, that looks like an entire second home on that property, not an ADU. And I sympathize, with my neighbor and having, to help, as they age. But I also think that looking at that across the way, it really is almost a second home on that property. I think that's our concerns. Thanks.
Thank you.
There's no square footage.
It's in the building plans that were submitted with the application.
I know, but there's no limit
So
in the ordinance for the ADUs.
it's 1,000 square feet or 80% of the primary dwelling, whichever is larger, or smaller, whichever is smaller. So we calculated out that for this particular property, the maximum size of the ADU that's allowed is 1,000 square feet.
And this falls within the 1,000 square feet?
Yeah, if you take a look at the building plans that they submitted with their application, the ADU is 990 square feet. So it definitely falls within the 1,000 square foot.
And remember, it's not the footprint of the primary building. It's a total
This is the gross living area.
gross living area, so the second floor counts twice.
If there's no other objections, could I actually speak to some of those issues?
We got a few more that would like to go.
Yeah, I'm Joe Scasatelli. I reside at 22 Dane Road. I was here for the last time they put an application in for this project. And I supported it in the past. I knew what the purpose was. And I'm surprised it didn't go through the first time. But my question is, I'd like to know how many bedrooms, how many baths is involved in this project.
Is it okay if I answer?
Yeah, we are.
So it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom.
Okay, yeah, I'm not too cool with that. I think 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom might be fine for the purpose they aforementioned. I don't know what the purpose for 2 bedrooms would be for this couple. So that's my, and I want to make sure that it's the purpose they put forward, that's what they're going to follow through with and not rent it out. So that's my main concern. I'm all for it.
The last one was rental units for college kids, if I remember right.
That's correct. We have a nice quiet neighborhood on Dame Road, and we'd like to keep it that way. So we want to make sure we control what's going up and around us.
So I will say that our ADU ordinance requires either the main house or the ADU to be owner occupied. So what they want to do with the other unit, they can do what they want with.
There'll be somebody there that's responsible control of the property.
Okay, that's good. Okay, thank you.
Any other comments? Concerns?
I have one quick question.
Go ahead.
Just to your point about one of the units has to be owner occupied,
Correct.
which makes sense. The other unit, whether it be the house, the ADU, can be rented to either on an annual lease basis, I assume? Is what-
Correct. We
what
do
you're
not
saying?
allow any short-term rental.
Right, but that's where I was going with this. The one thing it can't be is a short term, like an Airbnb where it's
Correct.
rotated through, like, 40 people or different people in there in a course of 12 months.
Correct.
That's a prohibited use.
Correct. The lease or the rental agreement has to be at least 31 days or longer.
Okay. Thank you.
Say that again.
So you can't short-term rental on this property if you have an ADU, which means that your rental agreement or your lease has to be at least 31 days or longer.
So it could be rented out a number of times during the year.
Theoretically, yes.
Well, I mean, you could
Yeah.
have monthly.
You could have a monthly lease. Yep.
Or you could have a school year lease and a summer sublet, things like that, if you're going to do students. But somebody's going to put that much money into it. For that, they're probably going to stay a little bit longer. All right, with seeing that there doesn't seem to be any more comments out there, I'll close the public input session and open up the discussion amongst the board.
Can I finish
Go ahead.
addressing some of those issues, if that's
Please
okay
do.
with you?
Yes, that's
I think
fine.
it's important for good neighbors for me to explain some of this stuff to make sure I'm not, there's no unanswered questions. I know.
Please address the board.
I'm sorry. There was a concern about the additional traffic because of the driveway. Whether the unit is built in that location on the property or another location on the property, it'll still have the same amount of vehicles on those streets to support it. So I don't believe that we are contributing to a heavier traffic pattern in that sense, because where the cars come from, the other driveway, which is closer to the corner when you go around Dame Road, I think this is actually a better location, and it's an existing driveway that could be used right now. And there was a question about moving the property or moving the structure to the closer to the existing home, and I think that would actually de-beautify. I think it would make it having houses close together is not the way the ordinance is set up. There's actually setbacks to keep houses between properties further apart. It's an existing established location. It matches the location of the house that's across Lamprey as far as the general location on that property as well. It is an ADU by definition, by size, by bedrooms, by location, by every measurable, every metric. It is an ADU. There's nothing in the application that's untrue. If we were to move the structure, someone had mentioned moving the structure closer to the existing home, the reason that would affect the ramp is because the grade down there is much lower. So in order to stay out of the water table, we'd have to keep the sill height of the foundation further above the ground, which would make that ramp a lot longer. Every 1 foot you move a house up above the grade for a ramp is 12 feet on a ramp, because it's 12 to 1 slope. And also you need a landing as well, which is 5 feet. So really, if we go 1 extra foot, we're extending that ramp by 17 feet. And and then we're getting away from that driveway that's already there, which has a hard surface that a wheelchair can travel on. And I know that Mr. Evans mentioned that the short-term rentals and these are not allowed. That's not the intention of the applicant, and it's just not allowed. And I don't think you're allowed them anywhere in your town, actually. So. I believe those are the comments that I heard, the opposition. I just wanted to address them.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody on the board have any comments or wish to speak to this?
Yeah, I got a clarification. So, where an existing structure violates the setback requirements currently, do we know how much that's encroaching?
They actually provided that information in the packet.
And they're moving it in, so it's less.
Right, so it's less non-conforming. So currently that structure sits 23 feet off of 17.536 feet off of Lamprey and 23.59 feet off of Dane.
And there's 25 feet?
It is a 25-foot setback.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're going to rotate it a little bit so it doesn't, it's a little less non-compliant.
So really the ask is not really so much for an ADU, because with the new state law, the ADU can happen by right.
What's a DDU, detached dwelling unit?
Same thing. ADU.
Same thing.
Yeah, I understand.
So basically, the existing building is going to be more conforming,
Yes.
correct?
And it's, the garage is not in great shape. So we're gonna have something new over there that's gonna add property value and hopefully they'll maintain it.
Where is the existing? And this square here is the proposed.
Dave,
Yes.
what is the square footage of this lot?
Square footage of the. Oh, thank you. 27,878.4.
And this is in
R2.
R2, which is
Half acre is the minimum lot size. So it's meets the minimum lot size standard. Correct.
for a single unit.
For a single family, for what? Yes.
I'm going, can this possibly be subdivided at some point?
It cannot. It doesn't have the lot size to do that.
Okay.
And so in an ADU, it has to convey with the property.
Okay.
It cannot be subdivided, it can't be condoized, it can't have
It's
any
not a
of
new
that.
property.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just wanted to get that out there.
Yeah, that's the way it came down from Concord, that, it goes with the main primary dwelling unit, so.
Yep.
The lot itself is gonna be, the density on the lot's gonna be a little bit more, but there's nothing we can do to prevent that.
Because these detached ADUs can get a little fuzzy.
In terms of...
Is there a distance that you have to keep it from the house?
No, there is not. But building code has stipulations for your fire control distances. So you're within 5 feet, there's no wall penetrations. 5 to 10, there's X amount. So building code does kind of dictate a little bit how close they can be to each other based on what you want to accomplish with the building.
But it is a dwelling unit, so it's gonna have a kitchen, bath, bedrooms, living area. So
Yep. And our current ADU ordinance allows up to 1,000 square feet and 2 bedrooms max for an ADU.
all right, is our discussion over?
Well, I'd just like to say, I understand the concern that the folks have about this. But ADUs in the past year, I think, have given us requirements, specific requirements, which are these.
Our hands are tied.
Our hands are really tied. Didn't used to be that way, but
And there's nothing you can do about the setback.
No.
I mean, an old
garage that's on a deviation from a setback, once it's completely demolished, nothing is grandfathered in. So, you know, shouldn't everything have to be at 25 after that?
Well, the footprints can still be grandfathered.
It's going to be torn up. Once it's torn up, there's nothing.
So
Technically, you can.
non-conformity is
That's
2
an
years.
oversized lot.
If
I mean,
it's,
I don't see a reason why it can't be repositioned to be out, just not on the corner there. It's just, does not, it's not, definitely not gonna look smaller than the original primary house. And I think an ADU is by design supposed to be smaller.
Again, the criteria is pretty specific. It's 80% of or under 1,000 square feet.
Can I just address that? The house that I currently live in, which is Malaski's old house, has 4 bedrooms upstairs. Then there's the downstairs. This accessory dwelling is not going to look anywhere near the size of my 4-bedroom upstairs 2-story building. And I'll also add to this, and I understand people's concerns. If anybody in this room thinks that this is a good situation for me to have to take care of my elderly in-laws in the situation because there's a serious medical thing going on, I got news for you. This isn't something I want to do, but it's something I have to do. So I don't, you know, I understand people's concerns, and I can certainly sympathize with that, but I doubt very seriously that there's going to be any extra traffic because they don't go too far. To add to that, and you know, the last thing I'd like to say again, for not getting the notification for you, I was out of this to be honest, and I feel terrible you weren't notified, but I didn't really. That I'll apologize, did not have any control over it.
That's not your.
And the other thing is, you know, if anybody's got any concern, I'd much rather people just ask me, and I'll tell you exactly what's going on, so that there's not concerns, because I want to make this work for everybody. I try really hard to be a good neighbor. People can try to dispute that all they want, but that's not true. Go out of my way for everybody.
One issue that was raised was the scale of the buildings and the ridge of this building because of the grade of the property and the height of the existing single-family 4-bedroom upstairs residence. The ridge of that other home, the existing home, will be much higher than the ridge of the ADU. So in scale, it will look smaller.
all right.
No further discussion for me.
Al, any comments, concerns?
No.
Wayne? All right, with that, we can move towards a vote.
So I'll make a motion to move to approve the special exception application from Drew Pierce, petitioning the zoning board of adjustment for approval under 32-5 2A of the municipal code of the town of Newmarket to permit the horizontal expansion of a non-conforming structure at 20 Dame Road, tax map U2 lot 300 within the R2 zoning district as the application satisfies the enumerated standard pursuant to section 32-5 2A of the municipal code of the town of Newmarket, New Hampshire.
We have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Passes.
Thank you very much for your time tonight. Thank you.
How to win friends and influence people. How to win friends and influence people. All right, there's not much we can do. Our hands are kind of tied. I mean, it's not the Newmarket of 20 years ago.
I don't know. The only thing I was trying to look. So the only thing I could think of where they get the 1,300 square foot that they went on to Vision got the total living area, times it by 0.8, and you get to about 13,000 square feet, or 1,300 square feet at that point. It's the only thing that I could think of how they got to that.
But not only is it not the 1,300, it would be a max of 1,000 because it's smaller plus it's 990.
Right, so it's based off of the gross living area, which is defined as all areas of inside of the external walls, excluding attics and basements.
So it would be the interior, the footprint of the building times 2.
Basically. Basically. Yeah. So,
There's gonna be a lot of ADU cases, I think, coming.
yeah. Well, I mean, both of them tonight dealt with ADUs.
Yeah.
Are we still on?
Yes.
Okay, any old business?
So I do have something for zoning administrator.
Is that
item.
old business or new business?
It's under old new business.
Old new business. We got old new business.
All right, so it has come to our attention that some of the applicants for these board here. Gentlemen, please take it outside.
Oh, excuse me, gentlemen.
Gentlemen,
Hello?
Hey!
If you guys could just talk outside, that'd be awesome. It's all right. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wayne. Thank you.
So it's come to our attention that some of these applicants to these board hearings are getting spam and getting scammy emails saying that they owe money to the town for their hearings and whatnot. So what we're trying to do is to limit applicants' exposure to this. It's public record, you know, everything that they submit is public record. That information gets posted to the website. But what we would like to do is withhold some of that information from the website so that these scammers don't have access to
As
it.
in what? I mean, we gotta get the name and address.
Right. So we have that information, but what I want to do is kind of reconfigure, and I've worked on this a little bit, of the ZBA application. So that is 2 pages. One page is just property information, and then the second page will be applicant and owner information, so that when we post this stuff to the website, you'll still see all the property information, but we can withhold that applicant information from the website so that these scammers don't have access to it.
Makes sense.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
So I've kind of put something together. The rules of the ZBA are very explicit in that any changes to the application has to be made via a resolution by the ZBA.
You got a resolution?
I got everything already.
Of course he does.
Of course I do. So here is the updated application, and really all I did is I took the page that had both property and applicant information and just made it 2 separate pages.
One more?
Good idea.
I only printed out 3 copies.
Oh, okay.
You can share.
So have I gotta read this whole thing?
No. So really it's just these 2 pages right here.
Okay.
That's a good move.
Yeah, that's perfect. Fine by me.
Yep.
Make a motion.
Oh, let's wait for...
Well, I gotta read the resolution and then you gotta...
So these are the 2
So
pages.
which,
Yeah, those are the 2 pages.
which is the resolution, right?
No, I got it written out right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gonna read it?
Sure. Whereas the current application to the zoning board...
Let's wait for Al to get back. I'm just saying, just trying to get the ducks in a row.
Well, he didn't even ask to leave.
No, he just got up and
Just
left.
Who knows if he's coming back?
Time waits for no man.
Welcome, Mr. Chairman. We voted you as chairman.
Congratulations. I expect you in my office at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So I was just discussing changes to the application.
Yep.
And then resolution, because that's how we have to do things.
Yep.
Whereas the current application to the Zoning Board of Adjustment for variance, special exception, appeal of administrative decision, or equitable waiver, hereafter referred to as the current application, was last amended by resolution on October 9th, 2023 to update the fee schedule. And whereas the current application contains one page that includes both the property and applicant information, and whereas the current application is posted online in its entirety, and whereas there are ongoing email-related scams targeting applicants to the Newmarket Zoning Board of Adjustment, utilizing information accessible online, be it resolved that the Newmarket Zoning Board of Adjustment approves the updated application to the Zoning Board of Adjustment for variance, special exception, appeal of administrative decision, or equitable waiver, where applicant and property owner information is provided on a separate page that can be excluded for online posting, but will still remain part of the public record.
So somebody's got to come in and actually pull the file and make a copy.
Right, because it's still public record, so it's still accessible, but making it not quite as easy.
It's not out in the Ethernet.
Exactly.
Extra step.
So,
Makes sense.
so we just need a motion and a second.
Now, motion to approve.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye.
Awesome. All right, I'll send this around so everybody can sign.
Make it so.
Just sign right above your name.
Yes, sir. One more.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we have
How
the,
many applicants are getting?
we have the, is that,
Two of, at least two that I'm
is
aware
that
of.
the end of the business session?
That's it for me.
Okay, motion to adjourn is in order.
So moved.
Can I keep the pen?
Hey, can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
What are we voting on?
Adjourned.
Oh.